camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
On first down, Hurts. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up
one thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does get the ball in secondary.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check, 55, Mike.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to roll?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
It's a party now. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. 19 Lion.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. The starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them down, you don't see the points here. I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
2nd and 9.
Second down. Here's Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good bit of steam going.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a player...
And the pressure gets to him again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11,
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is fielded at the 7. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
Mike's by 4. Coming to you, coming to you. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Dragon 60. 54, block 54.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hopkins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Liking 18. Like 54. Try to do better. 70 Lions. Come on, QB, come on. He's checking. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Here's Hurts to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
13 yards.
You go back to the second round of the draft, and when Jalen Hurts' name was called, a lot of Philadelphia fans weren't extremely happy about it. But when you see his ability, he can be mobile, make plays out of the pocket, but he's got a much better arm and much more accurate than people think. Remember, he was raised by his father in the game of football. His dad was his high school coach. This kid is a true gym rat, and he's going to get better every time out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
48-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
We praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Here's Dillon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Escaping the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He's tackled at the
Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle.
yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't know no better.
Hurts. Wide open receiver complete.
Hurts pass.
7 yards the pick up there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Tight left. Hey. 4 down.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
You ain't going nowhere. 56.
Here's Huntley. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Philadelphia.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
56. Come on, D. Slam. Street. Big edge. Check. Rig alert.
Again, it's Dillon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, keep it up. Check. Lucky. Show trap.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his throw here's incomplete.
The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. But now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Mike's 47. Check the outs. Check.
Off the play fake. Huntley.
Check 26.
Forced out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Kelsey, left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed it on to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
I'm coming after you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
To throw again. Huntley. A screen to Bell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he stopped immediately there.
A.J. Dillon, the ball
Brought
carrier.
down by Nate Gary. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run once more with Dillon. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You better be afraid of me.
To throw, Huntley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
Okay, ready? 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Watch QB drop.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Steelers 7, Eagles nothing.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
3 buzz, 3 buzz. Mike 56, Mike. Check 99.
This is Dillon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
A yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Huntley to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Kill. Watch it. Hey, check that. Street. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll run now with Dillon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off like the quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
For the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
That's the score.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? We can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Jalen Rager on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 29-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 55's my guys, 55.
Throwing his Hurts. And quickly finding Rager. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of
a well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
All day, every day. Buffalo 18. Where's the mic? Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
On the carry, this is Scott. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
24's the mic.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Scott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got a completion to Hopkins. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Steelers 10, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Today's final score, Steelers 10.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game,